All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something that pretty much shapes all of our lives. Whether we realize it or not, the absolute dominance of the English language. I mean, it's everywhere. So today, we're going to unpack how this happened and what it really means for us.
I mean, think about it for a second. It's a massive question, right? Out of the thousands of languages spoken on Earth, how did this one language become the default for, business, science, the internet, pretty much everything? And what's the ripple effect of that?
So to really get to the bottom of this, we're digging into this amazing research paper that looks at the impact of English education. It basically breaks down how getting good at this one language isn't just about passing a test. It's become a huge pivotal force in how our societies develop. So what the paper argues is that English isn't just another subject you learn in school anymore. Nope, it's actually become a major factor in whether someone succeeds. It's kind of like this engine, powering progress for individuals and for whole societies.
Okay, first up, let's talk about your career. The research is super clear on this. In the world we live in today, which is so interconnected, English is basically becoming a non-negotiable. It's like a career superpower.
So how exactly does this superpower work in the real world, in the job market? Well, for starters, it lets you meet global demands. Just think about industries like tech or finance. They never sleep. They're always operating across borders, and they absolutely need a common language to function. Then you've got marketability. The paper points out that in some fields, if you're a bilingual English speaker, you could earn up to 15% more. That's huge. And finally, it just unlocks this incredible global network. Suddenly you're connected to people, to colleagues and mentors from London all the way to Singapore. And this quote from the paper just nails it. It calls English fluency a strategic asset. I love that phrasing. It's not just about being able to talk to people. It's more like a passport, giving you the confidence to walk into multinational companies, jump between different industries, and even tackle emerging markets. That is a seriously powerful concept.
Okay, so we've talked about how it impacts you personally in your career. But now let's zoom out a bit. Look at the bigger picture. Because beyond just jobs, English is playing this massive role in literally connecting the entire world. It's like the ultimate bridge between different cultures, ideas, and people.
And the key idea here is this term lingua franca. All it means is a common language that people use when their native languages are different. And right now, English is without a doubt the world's lingua franca. It's that shared space where people from totally different backgrounds can meet and work together. And this is where it gets really cool, seeing how this actually plays out in the real world. Because of English as a lingua franca, you can have a scientist in Japan and a scientist in Brazil collaborating on the next big breakthrough. You can have international teams tackling huge global problems together. It even helps with cultural diplomacy, right? It gives countries a shared stage to present their art, their music, their values to the rest of the world.
Okay, but it's not all sunshine and roses, of course not. The paper is really clear that having one language become so dominant, well, it also creates some really tough, complicated challenges.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem. It's this delicate balancing act. On the one hand, you've got this goal of equal access. The research makes a great point. If knowing English is the key to getting a good job or accessing information, then what happens when people don't have access to good English classes? It just creates another layer of inequality, right? Whole communities can get left in the dust. But on the other hand, there's this huge risk to diversity. If English becomes the only important language for business and science, what happens to all the smaller local languages? They start to seem less valuable, and we risk losing them forever, along with all the unique culture and knowledge they carry. So the real question isn't just, should we learn English? It's, how do we connect the world without making it all the same?
So where do we go from here? Well, it's pretty clear we have to be smart about this. We need to figure out how to get all the amazing benefits of a global language while also being really careful about the responsibilities that come with it.
And really, this is the bottom line. English is an incredibly powerful tool. A tool for progress, for working together, for giving people new opportunities. But with that power comes a really serious responsibility. A responsibility to make sure we're building a world that's more inclusive and culturally rich, not just, more of the same. And that really leaves us with one final and I think really important question to chew on. As we use this one language to connect with each other, to build this incredible global community, what are we accidentally leaving behind? What parts of our amazing, diverse human heritage might be at risk? It's something we all need to think about. Thanks so much for joining me on this one.